I am obsessed with good cup of coffee, like a good black, strong hot coffee. I'm obsessed. Obsessed. You guys know I'm in my homemaking era, and this is honestly my favorite. I don't know if being a mom is my favorite or being a wife is my favorite. I feel like homemaking is my favorite because it encapsulates mother and wife. Hello everybody, my name is Bonala Mpamo. If you are new here, welcome to my channel. I make motherhood and lifestyle content. If you are returning, hello, how are you? Welcome back. You guys, this is my Sunday ritual. This is how I reset the week for my family. Also for myself, not just my family, but this is basically how I have order in my life, and I just make sure that the week ahead is planned out and a little simpler and manageable for everybody in the home. Before I get into this video, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. I hope you enjoy the video. Thank you to all the returning people. Thank you to the new subscribers. Welcome to the village. I hope you guys are going to enjoy your journey with us, being as part of my village. So, I have my little kitchen pad here with my notes. It's actually just points of the things that I actually do on a Sunday to kind of reset our home. This is literally for the sake of everybody in this house. The things that I do on a Sunday is to make every human in the house's life a little bit easier the coming week, including my own, including my nannies, my kids, my husband. So everybody literally benefits from this Sunday routine that I have. I cannot stand chaos. I get overwhelmed. I then just go into a shell, which means I then procrastinate, which means I then just laze around and I don't get ish done, which is not a good thing. So the objective of me having a Sunday ritual and a Sunday routine slash reset is so that I can feel like I'm in control, because I love to be in control. So this is how I keep things intact. It's not a lot of things. These are not mind-blowing things. These are literally small things that just improve my mood, that improve my productivity, and essentially improve the running of my home. Is it always perfect? No, it's not. Things sometimes go out of plan. Life happens. You do get lazy. You have a bad Monday. Life happens. But at least when I have this like ritual that happens on a Sunday, and if I try push through it, then I know that there's some kind of order. There's something that I might have in control. Typically, I tend to be at home on a Sunday. I wake up in my home on a Sunday. I don't stray or go out or do anything really crazy on a Sunday. Sundays are what I consider a family at home day. We are under our roof. We have visited grandparents before on a Sunday, which we are open to doing, but we are typically in our home on a Sunday. Do we have visitors? Not quite, actually, not on Sunday. We haven't yet. Am I open to it? Yes, because I love Sundays. I feel like it's actually the perfect day to host things, but we have not done that yet. So I'm hoping that these tips will be helpful for you guys. And if you implement it in your home, let me know how it works out for you guys. I am having my cup of coffee, but I am going to grab a sparkling water. I'm not feeling too good. I have been what feels like puking all my intestines out. I have been vomiting my guts out all morning, so I'm not feeling the best. But we are still going to keep this going. Quick disclaimer, this happens all after church. So we do have a typical Sunday of waking up, family breakfast, and going to church. We go to church early in the morning at about 10:15, which is actually quite late, but we go 10:15, and we're back home at about 11:30 to 12. So this ritual typically begins at 12 during the day. Yeah, let's get into it.
I kid you not, the biggest hack is to load the laundry throughout the day. I think this might be my favorite hack because laundry is such a tedious job. So doing it on a Sunday, I'm just like, it makes sense anyway because I'm in the kitchen so much on a Sunday and I'm already like getting prepared for the week. So getting the laundry done is actually not that bad on a Sunday. The minute I wake up in the morning, I come downstairs with a load and I start loading it up before the family even wakes up. And by the time we go to church, 2 loads are already done. And then I leave one in the washing machine while we're at church. I come back, I take that one out, hang it. So it's honestly just a day of dipping between cooking and the laundry and spending time with my family. You would think I don't get to spend time with family because I have so much going on a Sunday, but I actually do. A lot happens once you've done the chopping, once you've done the laundry. There's a lot of time for family, and I guess that morning run, like the breakfast and going to church and coming back and chilling a little bit, it really does give you time to bond. But yeah, doing my laundry on a Sunday is possibly my favorite hack. It feels so good. By the time Sunday is finished, everyone's laundry is done. It's dry and it's just being folded. Here and then there might be one load that's still on the line that hasn't dried properly and then it just stays overnight, but that's okay. But by the time my nanny needs to start working on a Monday, because Mondays are typically really hectic for myself and for her, so doing the laundry on a Sunday, even when she's around, it really just relieves us of that stress. Try doing the laundry on a Sunday. I feel like as women, we're already in the kitchen so much on a Sunday that doing the laundry doesn't really make a difference. I do, however, wish I had a laundry room. I think in our house that we build, I would for sure do that. But try the hack of doing your laundry on a Sunday. It's one less thing to worry about during the week. The only thing that not during the week, but on a Monday, the only thing that I don't do is our bedding because that gets done on a Monday. Another hack that I feel like is pretty life-changing is audit the fridge and start cooking. When you audit your fridge on a Sunday, sometimes do it on a Friday, but when you kind of audit your fridge, see what's going on, see what you have in there, see what's missing, I feel like it helps you not waste one, and 2, cook the things that are probably either going off, that have been there for a while, or that you no longer need in the fridge. And it helps you also kind of be creative with what you're going to cook for Sunday and during the week. So I kind of have a look at the fridge, what's happening in there. I kind of look at what's going on in the freezer, and it kind of gives me an idea. And then I cook 2 meats on a Sunday for the week. So typically I would take them out on a Saturday night. This day I didn't. I completely forgot. But I would start cooking on a Sunday. Well, yeah, I essentially cook 3 meals on a Sunday. So I'll cook Sunday lunch, I'll cook Monday dinner and Tuesday dinner. Sometimes Tuesday dinner doesn't make it to Tuesday dinner because we might have it for Sunday dinner. But I cook enough food for Sunday lunch that we probably either want to have it left over for Sunday dinner, or we make something really easy. And that is why a fridge audit is amazing, because when you see, okay, we've got a few things that are, going off, a few things that need to be used, and then you kind of just hoy it into what you're going to eat that day. So audit your fridge. I promise you, it makes such a huge difference. And audit it before you start cooking. You could actually do this if you take out your meats on on a Saturday night. The reason I take out 2 meats to cook for during the week, I just feel like the thing of cooking every single day is so time consuming and tedious, but I get why it needs to be done. It's always nice to kind of have new food. So meal prepping just makes it a whole lot easier and it makes me less cranky. And like I said, Mondays are so busy. Those are like my admin days. My nanny is super busy on a Monday because she's catching up on everything that didn't get done the previous week, or maybe the weekend mess. So not cooking on a Monday let me tell you, is life-changing. Nobody wants to get back from work and then start cooking on a Monday. So I highly recommend when you're cooking your Sunday lunch, at least cook Monday's dinner. I feel like it will change your life. Even if you don't cook everything, at least the meat, because that's what typically takes long. The meat, and then just do an extra batch of rice or an extra batch of couscous, whatever you're going to be eating, and you kind of just repeat it, but it still does make a difference. So that's what I prefer to do on a Sunday, cook extra meat. The other thing I like to do is prep my chopped veggies or for midweek cooking. So a lot of questions came about when I shared this on Instagram if it doesn't rot, but no, it doesn't, because all it is onion and it's typically onion and color, like robot peppers. I hate chopping, and I feel like that's what makes the whole everyday cooking thing or cooking a new meal thing so tedious, and why we get angry as wives and women and just mothers who constantly have to be making a new meal during the week, because the cooking process is so long. So I cut it short by simply prepping my veggies. I usually typically do about 2 to 3, and that would either be for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or you find that because I work from home, I might use it in the afternoon on a Tuesday or on a Wednesday. So for me, it helps to do like an extra one. I don't go all the way up until Friday, because then of course it would rot. But if you have an anti-frost freezer, that typically keeps your fridge nice and fresh. So while I'm chopping the veggies for Sunday lunch, I then also add extra. So I'll start chopping Sunday lunch as well. I'll throw them in the pan. I'll start actually cooking Sunday lunch. And then I start again with chopping the veggies for during the week. So essentially, I go through quite a couple of onions and the whole packet of robot peppers, because I'm just trying to get all of that out of the way and make sure that I can nicely just stack it in the fridge. I must say the only downside of this, and that's purely because I have the wrong containers, is that your fridge can typically smell like onion, not the pepper, but mostly the onion, if you don't use the correct containers or if you don't seal it correctly. I got the ones that I use from Shein. They're actually not so bad if I seal it correctly. They came as like a pack of 12. It came as like a pack of 12. It's not so bad when you seal it correctly, but I would highly recommend that you get nice sealable small ones that are not going to take up too much space in your fridge and not going to have the scent come out. So while Sunday's lunch is cooking, I typically have the other food. I start prepping the other food. For example, over here, I was actually making the second meat, which was for Tuesday night, if I remember correctly. Yeah, this was for Tuesday night. So yeah, I have audited the fridge, and that is why I've got the meats out. I basically take whatever's left in the fridge. Meat, I don't always do a weekly run of it. I usually just buy what I can. If I have more money that week, then I'll just add extra meats. You just never know. Also for me, I don't know about you guys, but my husband is like back in the gym, and he is like an eater. Like he eats a lot. So having extra meat does help sometimes. He does sometimes eat food that is not supposed to be for that day, but that's okay. I just batch cook. So for example, in this case, I had made 20 chicken wings, and he ate them, I think, Monday night. He ate some Monday night, which is fine. Doesn't really matter. But yeah, so I prep my meats. I prep my meals for Monday and Tuesday on a Sunday, and I get it going because I'm already in the kitchen. You might as well. One thing I do that saves my life is meal plan for the week. I feel like this is just as important as everything else, because meal planning for the week helps me not waste money, not waste food, and it just helps everybody know what is going on. So typically I write on our little planner, which, by the way, Mama & Co. are selling these little planners. you should DM us if you want. I bought this one from Shein, but the ones that we are selling are way cuter. So keep an eye out for our ones, and I will definitely post about them soon. I have 2 friends that have ordered it. I think Mbumi ordered and Gugu ordered theirs. Anyway, back to meal planning. I write out every single thing that we're going to be eating that week. The reason I write it out is because I want everyone to have an idea of what it is we're going to be eating, but also it just makes it easier for me to shop the right things. I felt like when I wasn't meal planning, I would just buy a whole bunch of things that I felt like or felt look nice, and which is okay, but then I'd get to the till and I've spent thousands of unnecessary rands and things go off, especially veggies. Like I would get bamboozled. So for example, I'd go to Woolies and they've got all these specials and I just buy everything and I think I'm saving money because, oh, it's on special, but it's actually way more because I haven't planned. And then I'd still get frustrated because I've got this full fridge that's stocked up with all these things that I thought I needed, and I still don't know what to cook. So that is very annoying. I found that things would go off easily. So meal planning just brings so much peace. And also with my husband being in the gym, it allows him to check, see like, oh, okay, cool. I don't feel like that. And then I just go back and I change or order it or add something extra. So for example, I know my husband doesn't like couscous. So on a day where we're having couscous, I know that the night before we should have extra rice because he'll have the rice again. It just brings order. I know my kids don't like couscous, so I need to have an alternative for them. It just helps bring order. I highly recommend that you guys try and meal plan on a Sunday so you know what you're eating, down to takeout. Like I even write, if we're having sushi and pizza on a Friday, I'm writing that we're having sushi and pizza on a Friday. And on a Saturday, if we're going to Joy Josie, I write Joy Josie. And then I put it on the fridge for everyone to see, including my nanny, just in case I need help with cooking that meal that day. And then from meal planning, because I've audited the fridge, so I know what's in there, I've meal planned for the week. I can now write a succinct grocery list and go right off of that exact grocery list. Anyway, but the next thing that I do is I plan the confirmed activities of the week. This is an important task. If I don't do this, I will literally not be productive because I will just, I won't know what I'm doing. I won't know where I am. It's just frustrating. So whatever I've confirmed the week before, whether it is I'm shooting with the Loa, or I've got a bounty class with Mbumi, or I have a date with Lisa, whatever it is, even date night with my husband, or I've got church that evening, I write it down. The reason for including I'm going to the Westcliff stairs, I typically put times next to it if I feel like it's super, super important. Like Westcliff stairs, I'll put 7 a.m. Church, I'll put going to church at 6 p.m. And I put this for everyone to see. I need this done so that my entire family knows where mommy is on that day, what activities the kids have that day. Like if the kids have swimming, or we have to go view a school, or Gabo's hair appointment, everyone in the house needs to know what's happening. If I have a meeting, everything gets written down. It's not a big planner. It's not my forever planner. I will show you guys my forever planner once it arrives. But the reason I write every single thing down is because all the most important things down. So this planner, I write where I'm going to be that week, that day in the week. And the reason I do this is so that there's no confusion. So when my husband gets home and he forgot that I said I'm going to be at church that evening, he can see that I'm at church. Or when Deborah wakes up and she gets started with her day, she knows that, okay, mommy's shooting on this day, we can't be in the kitchen. Or if mommy's doing admin, we can't be in the office or upstairs. It's just to have clarity, but it's also just to remind me what's going on. And I put it in the kitchen so that I know where I need to be when, even though it is on my phone and I get reminders. It's just constant reminder. Then I put it there by the window for everyone to see. The last thing I do is I plan out the entire week and family plan on Google Calendar. Now, this is a big job, but I do this because I need direction. A friend of mine taught me how to properly use Google Cal with color coordinating, and it has changed my life. I put in everything that I'm going to be doing: date night with my husband, shooting content, what content I'm shooting, and I invite friends. Like if I have a bounty class, like even Boomy does this, she'll send me a Google invite and I'll accept, and just so we know where everyone is. It just helps bring organization. Honestly, I have a lot going on as a mom of 2 kids and, running a home, and having organization is so important. This is the part that takes me longer, and I prefer to do it at night when the kids are sleeping. But I get it done nonetheless, even though it's a big task. I get it done nonetheless because I feel like it just brings order. I do invite my husband to things that I feel like he should know where I am. But yeah, I highly recommend this. Putting everything into Google Cal, color coordinating everything, it just brings sanity, and it allows for you to have focused work time, which is so important in being productive. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I love you guys. I'm praying for you guys. If you have any questions, comment down below and I will answer. Have a productive week and try the Sunday routine. The word of the day: planning ahead will protect you and understanding will guard you. Proverbs 2:11-15. I love this word of the day because when you do plan things, you just feel good. You know what to do. You're not kind of just winging it. I'm a big planner. Sometimes things don't go according to plan, and that's okay. But having a plan at least allows you to know this is what needs to be done, and you can kind of get it done. And having a plan also allows you to hand over to someone to delegate. Have a lovely week, you guys.